Good evening. Welcome to Random Access. I am your host, Dulce Dizon. I'm so very excited to have here with me a very renowned filmmaker who is an independent filmmaker and director, William Cleere, who is releasing a movie next week. The movie is entitled Deadball, and Deadball is about turn-of-the-century baseball players who introduced baseball to the world but have long been forgotten. Welcome, William.
Thank you. Thanks
Bill?
for having me.
Oh,
Please,
you're
yes.
welcome. Thank you. Thank you for gracing us with your presence.
Yeah, thank you for calling me renowned.
Oh, of course.
Appreciate that one too.
Yeah, well, anticipating the Hollywood scene later on.
So it's like in advance.
Yes, exactly.
Nice, thank you.
So tell me about yourself. Just, a little something about yourself.
Yeah, I have loved performing my whole life. I did theater when I was a kid, and I'm in a band and write music and things like that. So, we tried doing movies as well. I worked in television for a little bit, so.
So is this your first movie? It's not your first movie, right?
It's not. I've done a couple other ones. I haven't done one in about 12 years. But yeah, when I was a little bit younger, we did a few.
Okay.
That were different types of movie. They were more like improvisational comedy type things.
Yeah.
So this one's a little more structured and plot based.
Got it. So baseball, what compelled you to do a movie about baseball legends that have now are kind of forgotten by people? Because I remember Babe Ruth, very well, but I didn't know that there was another home run king before him. So
neither did I. And I love baseball, and I love baseball history, and I had no idea that this guy existed.
Wow.
And I was sent a series of texts by my friend Bob, who told me this story, and I was reading him, and I was like, this is crazy. Like, I thought he was making it up. I really did. I was like, this is hilarious. He's like, no, it's true, look it up.
Wow.
So I did, and it was like, how come I've never heard about this, There's a lot of baseball documentaries that cover that period of time. Like Ken Burns has that really long baseball documentary, and it touches on this for like 30 seconds. So
is this a documentary film, or is it like a biography type thing, or? No,
it's a comedy. It's yeah, so it's set, to tell the story of the characters, but it's like a scripted comedy. I mean, it has some seriousness to it too, because of the nature of the story, but it's not a documentary. No. So it is a story about Ned Williamson and Albert Spalding, I guess, and what's his name? Ted. We got Cannonball Crane, Edward
okay.
Cannonball Crane, and Jimmy Wood, and all these really fascinating. Cap Anson, who I guess is probably the most famous player that came out of that time. Some people know who he is, but.
I see. So by doing this movie, what do you think would the audience feel, or what are you bringing to the audience? Would they think, is this just informational, or? No,
I hope that they'll laugh. I hope that they'll enjoy the characters, because when I researched this and I learned about all these people, I mean, they were fascinating, and they were funny, and they had kind of funny and tragic stories, some of them. So what I'm hoping is that people just kind of know about this period, and when they see it, and they'll get to know the characters and enjoy them, and kind of, love them, and yeah, that would be it. So, being an independent filmmaker, I know that there's a lot of issues, or, well, not really issues, but, sometimes funding is an issue, right? So how are you funding this? Do you have angel investors? Well, we did a Kickstarter campaign for it.
Okay.
Yeah, and we raised $1,200, which was really great. We would not have been able to do it without that.
That's great.
We put in our own money as well. Okay. Because that wasn't quite enough, but it was enough to get us going, so that we could, afford to put in a little of our money and make it be enough to make it happen. Perfect. So maybe we should take a look at the clip, so, everybody could see how it looks like. That would be great. Okay.
sounds very exciting. Wow. And it's actually black and white.
Yeah, it's
or sepia.
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 Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just the colors are very desaturated. It was you know, I wanted it to make it look old, obviously, and yeah, when I originally was just going to have it be straight color, and then but when you see it and kind of edit it together like that, it looks too modern, and so I wanted to give it that
feel.
That feel, yeah.
Yeah, it actually looks good. I mean, it's seamless, like a seamless transition from the actual, you know, footage and your work. So that's great. I'm excited too. So when's the release date again?
It will be on digital download on our website on March 3rd, on Tuesday. And then it will be on DVD on Amazon, I think at the beginning of April. Okay. And then it should be on Amazon Instant Video shortly after that as well.
Sounds good. Do you think it'll be in the theaters soon too?
We might try and do like a festival or something over the summer, you know, see what kind of you know, interest we can get in it.
Oh yeah, I was just going to ask you that. What kind of independent film festival, like San Jose Film Festival?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, things like that.
Yeah.
Sure.
And what genre would it be in?
That I don't know. I was thinking about that
sports?
Actually. I guess,
comedy?
yeah, sports comedy.
Sports,
I guess it's a sports comedy.
Yeah.
And, you know, in the end, that's probably what you would classify it as, yeah.
Sounds good. Do you have anything to maybe tip for the future filmmakers, like indie filmmakers of the future?
Don't make a movie that's set in the 19th century.
Why?
That's my advice.
Because it's harder?
Because it's so hard to get to shoot anywhere unless you have like a closed off set, because there's airplanes and cars and there's things you just take for granted. If you're making a movie that takes place now, you don't have to worry about that stuff. So if you're indie and you got to kind of get out there and, you know, shoot in locations quickly and not have to stop all the time because there's a plane going by or, you know, a plane in the air. Yeah. Shoot it in a modern time period.
Well, how about your actors? Where did you get your actors? They're your friends? Or?
Yeah, they're all my friends. They're all talented in totally all kinds of ways. Like they're, you know, musicians and producers and things of all these different natures, and so they all have a natural talent for acting. Some of them don't think they do it first. They're like, no, come on, do it. And as soon as they get in front of the camera, they're awesome. So yeah, it's been really fun.
So you're really a baseball fan, or?
Yeah, yeah. Love baseball. My grandpa was actually a baseball writer in New York.
Oh, really?
In the
Wow.
20s. So it's been, you know,
part of your life.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you're not going to be playing baseball.
No. I have a 10-year-old who's pretty good at it,
okay.
but not me. I was not good.
Sounds good. Wow, that's pretty exciting. So I heard that you're probably going to have a premiere pretty soon for just, you know, a bunch of friends and family.
Yeah, on Friday, actually, in a couple days, we're going to screen it for the cast, crew, family, and the Kickstarter. All the Kickstarter people that donated to us are all invited.
Well, I'm sure your Kickstarter folks will be very happy. So how much have you raised from, what is your goal and how much have you raised?
So our goal was $1,200, and we actually raised that. We raised a little bit more than that, and we actually funded it a year ago. So it took a year to actually totally complete the film. But yeah, those people were great to us. And
who do you think funded the Kickstarter? Are there people, maybe your friends, or are these people? How did you advertise it at all?
Yeah, some of them are friends, some of them are people that, you know, we advertise it on Facebook, and then Kickstarter itself just has a lot of good traffic, people that are looking to invest in things like that. And I did a Blog Talk Radio sports interview at the time too, which helped, I think. But a lot of it was just our friends and family who
Well, you have a lot of support. That's great.
Yeah,
you know,
it's great.
That's what a great director needs. So in the future, yeah.
Go to Kickstarter. That's the other tip. Go to Kickstarter and have it take place in this century, and it's a good place to start.
Sounds good. Wow, I'm excited. I'm really excited. Well, I mean, thank you so much for being here with us. I'm sure that, you know, someday we're going to have another show for you, and you know, we'll definitely have you here again.
Great, thank you. It was a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, sure, no problem. So there you have it, folks. Don't forget to watch Deadball, maybe going live near theaters in your area, but watch for it on Hulu and maybe Netflix. And there you have it. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.